Hey ho hi, OJJ here and it's day 3 of Sumeru 3.1. Meaning it's time to continue the Archon quest. Where we left off, I think is over in Aru village to talk with Sino. Have I done my commissions? Oh, not yet. Let's leave that for later. I'm gonna play for a while after I end anyway, so let's go to Aru village and continue the Archon quest. Hmm. 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 It's limited to 20. Okay. Here we go.
Although I've sent myself into exile, I'm still doing essentially the same things as before. Do you still have any questions for me before we start our investigation?
So, why do they refer to the Mad Scholars as village keepers?
One of my former subordinates told me that this title has its origins in a strange incident.
Tell me.
The Academia has long exiled mad scholars to Aru village. A mysterious phenomenon exists here. When mad scholars first arrive, they are as incoherent and deranged as before. But after spending some time here, they invariably begin to calm down.
Tell me about it.
Initially, the people of Aru village greatly resented having to take in the mad scholars. But a strange incident one night changed that. Aru village was struck by the strongest earthquake in living memory. Seeing buildings on the verge of collapse all around him, the then chief of the village was preparing to take everyone to safety. Suddenly, he noticed a mad scholar crouching in a corner, caressing the ground with his hands. A soft, green light radiated from him, like a divine glow against the backdrop of night.
Disc spikes.
Despite the powerful tremors that ripped through the ground that night, all the houses remained upright, almost as if they had grown roots reaching deep into the ground. After that, the people of Aru village treated the mad scholars with greater kindness, and began to refer to them as the village keepers.
Soft green
Interesting.
light? A mad scholar protecting Aru village? What do you make of it, traveler?
But would they still have their Akashas?
I
That's the
don't
question.
think so too. Actually, Sino, do you know if any of the mad scholars continued to wear their Akasha terminals at Aru village?
Exactly my question.
In theory, they would continue wearing them so the Academia could still monitor their activities. With that said, the main Akasha system would no longer have any interaction with them.
Oh, no wonder! Everything makes sense then! Add in the fact that they calmed down, it was probably Nahida who calmed them.
If you are able to draw a conclusion from this one story alone, then it appears you possess much more information than I do.
Paimon possessing more information than you? Ooh, interesting.
So, what do you make of the story?
The Mad Scholar's power most likely came from Lesser Kusanali.
Really? Lesser Lord Kusanali.
What? You don't believe us? Lesser Lord Kusanali was definitely using the Akasha to give her power to the mad scholars!
The question though, is this one of the times where she makes exceptions? Because that would still be like overwriting their free will, wouldn't it?
No, it's not so much that I don't believe you. I'm just struck by your reasoning. Lesser Lord Kusanali, the current Dendro Archon. Is she really active in Sumeru?
Not anymore!
The Academia has always placed far greater importance on the late Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. They've more or less ignored Lesser Lord Kusanali, and I've never had any reason to doubt their views.
Tell me about it.
In addition, I've never heard any stories about Lesser Lord Kusanali and her deeds. To me, she might as well have been a god that never existed.
Well then.
No way! Nahida definitely exists! She's a... How should Paimon put it? She's a good archon who's kind and wise. Even if she says weird stuff sometimes.
Well, we saved Sumeru City together in the not so distant past.
I've spent many years interrogating criminals, so I can easily tell when someone is lying.
Are you suspicious?
Good! Then you should know that we're telling the truth.
That look in your eyes.
You're not
I've never
staring at
seen
me like a
that
liar,
liar.
so...
You two really must have met Lesser Lord Kusanali. How can this be?
Ooh.
To think, our archon has been amongst us this entire time.
And you didn't know.
Alright, now it's our turn to put our skills to good use for this investigation.
You betcha!
But easier said than done, especially since we don't have any leads. Maybe we can start by knocking on some doors.
Sensible place to start?
Excuse me, are you here to help me find my grandpa?
Well, we would love to.
Huh? Who are you?
Paimon.
By the sounds of it, a resident of this village.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about
My name is Isak.
Isak.
You'll help me find my grandpa, right?
We help everyone. Conditionally, but we help everyone.
Is your grandpa a mad scholar?
Hey, don't say that. Grandpa is just Grandpa. Why do you have to call him that? It's not like he's a bad person or anything.
That's not what we went. That's not what we meant. We just meant that. Is he part of the subset of people?
The person you're referring to is not a local, yet you are. Why do you call him Grandpa?
Because they like each other. Come on, you know.
Grandpa is just Grandpa. He's my family.
I think I would probably date to call them uncle.
I heard everything you said to the village chief. Please, you gotta take me with you. I wanna find my grandpa. I swear I'll help. I won't be a nuisance.
Sure about that.
Ah, so you're the one who was eavesdropping on us around the village chief's house. I was planning to go out and take care of whoever it was, but I had a vague feeling that they didn't harbor any ill intent.
Yep.
Whoa. Haven wasn't kidding about Matra having sharp senses. Sino, he's just a kid. All he wants is to find his grandpa. Let's find a way to help him.
Yep.
Sorry. I was only listening in because I wanted to know where Grandpa went. Honest. If you don't believe me, you can ask Miss Candace.
Let's just help him.
All right. But first, let's confirm the facts with Candace.
Mm-hmm. I would have just went, actually. Yeah, Sina's more sensible. Yeah. Hairspray? Yeah, dito. Lagay ko sa stairs. Meron akong ginagawa. No! Oh, I thought you were talking hairspray. I thought this was something na. No, wala. Wala. Squeeze lemon and then spray it. I think? I don't know. Oh, I see. I don't know what we have. Like research maybe if you can like use glue to seal it. You can't? Oh, okay.
Most
I don't
humans
know.
could have the entirety of their fleeting lives chronicled in but a
Wala
few
dito?
short
Perfume?
lines. Their stories really make for terribly dull reading.
Anyway, Seb wants hairspray, and we don't have it. Anyway, or at least I don't have it. Are we? Candice, higher. In here, okay. Alu Village. Candice.
Sino is super vigilant. Is this what all the Matra are like?
Most likely just him. Everyone's different.
Ah, you're back already.
We just wanted to confirm something with you. Do you know a boy by the name of Isak?
Lisa.
I had a feeling he'd go looking for you.
Does he look for everyone? Does he go talk to anyone who's might help?
Huh? You knew this would happen?
Yes. Although he tried his best to stay hidden, I still noticed him eavesdropping outside the window. He really wants to get his grandfather back.
Yep.
Isak's parents were both Aramite mercenaries
Oh.
who rarely returned to the village after finding employment in the city. He was raised by his grandfather. Unfortunately, it was only a few years before his grandpa passed away. Isak was still very young at the time, so various families in the village took turns caring for him so he could survive. Later, an elderly mad scholar arrived at the village. Isak thought the scholar bore a striking resemblance to his grandfather, and thus often spied on the man.
Oh. How is things going?
However, the scholar was unkempt in appearance and incoherent in speech. Although Isak referred to the man as his grandpa, he was afraid and didn't dare to approach him.
Tell me about it.
One summer night, the oft mumbling and bumbling grandpa suddenly calmed down and seemed to become more lucid. He even noticed Isak hiding in the distance. So Grandpa walked up to Isak and patted him on the head. He even took Isak to the entrance of the village, where he patiently taught the boy the names of the stars, and accompanied Isak until he fell asleep.
What's the term? Astrologist?
The next morning,
Astronomer.
Isak woke up and wanted to go find his grandpa again, only to realize his grandpa no longer recognized him. However, even so, Grandpa retained his calm expression.
It was Nahida!
It's said that those who saw the scholar claimed he no longer appeared to be crazy, but appeared to be living in his own world, almost as if he were sleepwalking. Isak was thrilled that his grandpa was able to find peace, and would follow him all the time, asking him things like, "Grandpa, want me to take you somewhere fun?" Or, "Grandpa, could you tell me stories about the stars again?"
All this somehow just makes Paimon feel really sad. Seems like they both deserve so much better.
Everyone does.
Perhaps. Nearly everyone who lives in the desert has some form of hardship or regret. But even so, we must still continue on with our lives. It's also my reason for fighting. I must continue to protect this land.
Knew it! Same reasoning.
Maybe the people have always had a considerate god watching over them.
Huh? What did you say, Sino?
Come on, Paimon, don't be slow.
No, nothing. As long as Isak keeps his word and doesn't get in our way, we can take him along.
Perhaps you are more compassionate than I gave you credit for. Please accept my thanks on Isak's behalf, Sino.
Lovely. Where are we off to now? Nahida, you've been working so hard.
Hey, Isak!
Oh, it's you guys.
We've cleared everything up. Let's go find your grandpa.
Let's go.
Really? Wow, thank you so much.
We'll make sure of it.
Alright. Let's ask the local residents some questions first.
Time to explore the village. Dreams, emptiness, deception. Oh, hello, Kazan. Or Kazan.
Excuse me, did you happen to see where the missing scholars went?
Or do you have anything that we can work off of?
You mean the village keepers? Oh, let me think. When I was eating dinner the other day, I saw one of them by the side of the road, muttering away and eating mushrooms and...
We eat Inari for our
Shouldn't
village.
go around eating that kind of stuff.
Okay. Did you notice anything else?
Anything else? No, I think that's all I have to tell you. Sorry.
No, I think that's all I have to tell you. Darn it. Even, at least, finish your sentence, bro, before you start walking away. So, saying higher? Hello, Shani.
The scholars that have gone missing. Have you seen them?
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
I don't like Shani.
Don't change the subject.
Please, don't.
Right. You were asking about the mad scholars. I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night.
Shani's very frantic. I don't know why.
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
Is it the earthquake thing?
Do you also think Grandpa and the others are good people?
Grandpa? Oh, hello there. It's little Isak. You mean that nice man who looks like your grandpa's long-lost twin, right? He was actually the one who protected my house. I saw it with my own eyes. He happened to be staying near my house that day and was doing something with his hands on the ground. It still feels pretty surreal now that I think back on it. Did someone teach them how to do that?
It was Nahida. Also, Triforces. So many Triforces.
Well, whatever the case, I'll always be thankful to him and whoever taught him to look out for others. I'm pretty sure that if I ever went mad, I wouldn't be able to do anything like that.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Huh. I absolutely adore Isak. Up here? Wait, I forgot. Hello. Cat. Why you run? Anyway, I'm gonna steal this. Bye. You don't have Mara anymore? However, stop fighting it there. Maru? No. Possibly higher? Or maybe lower? Lower. Hello, Jabali.
Sir, have you seen my grandpa recently? You know, the one who likes to sit and space out near the village entrance.
Oh, well, if it isn't Isak. Oh, your grandpa, huh? It's been a while.
It's been a while.
The last time I saw him, he was spacing out by the road as usual. I went and asked him if he'd like any of the food I had prepared, despite my wife's protests. Like many people, she's really quite terrified of them. And speaking of my wife, she's still always complaining about how I don't make enough mora. Might explain why she's always mad at me.
Well, I just stole a couple more. If you want them, I can give it to you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for taking care of him.
It was nothing. Hey, you're looking for him, right? Did he go for a walk and get lost?
Not that we know of.
Yeah.
That's no good. Well, once you found him, come by my place again and I'll cook a little something for the both of you. I've known you since you were very young. So as far as I'm concerned, you're family. Please feel free to come by anytime.
Love you.
Wow, what a nice guy.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Huh?
Oh? Sino.
Don't say anything for now. Isak, stay here. Let's head over there. Stay quiet as you move.
Something is weird. King Desert and the three Maggie. Where is Isak? Not here? Oh. Stay quiet, you say. Maybe that's how it goes though. Let's... Candace! Oh no, it's not Candace. They just look similar from a distance.
Listen, see if you can make out what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard? The mighty Scarlet King, the sovereign of our faith, will soon return to this world.
Sharkan?
Yes, of course I have. The Scarlet King is the one and only true ruler of this land.
Makan?
I've never believed in any other gods.
It sounds so fake! I don't know why. Nah, he does better though. Or at least, right now, she's the one looking after you.
Still, you say he's coming back, but it sure doesn't feel like life's about to change around here anytime soon. What's your proof?
Haven't you noticed? The village has been getting more deranged scholars than ever. Delavar was saying that many people also went insane just before the fall of the Scarlet King civilization in ancient times. We don't quite know why, but it seems like there's some sort of connection between insanity and the Scarlet King. Isn't it a sign of the Scarlet King's power that all the mad scholars have disappeared? If you ask me, they must have been chosen as the final sacrifice for the Scarlet King's resurrection.
Ew.
Huh. Now that you say it, that does make some sense. Does this mean our lives are finally going to take a turn for the better?
I can sort of imagine Isak eavesdropping here.
Exactly. Those city folks will get what's coming to them.
Not all of them.
Now, repeat everything you've just said from the very beginning.
Huh?
Sharkan.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
Who are you? Walking closer. Where did you come from? Leans closer. Kind of
My
odd.
patience is running thin. You heard what I asked.
Oh damn. Okay, Sino. Candace is gonna whoop. Candace is gonna whoop your ass.
Bro, this guy's something else.
Bro!
Look at his eyes. One wrong move, and he's gonna flay us alive.
Bro, something. This guy's something else. Gosh darn it, man.
Let's not get on his bad side, okay?
No
I'm
match
no
for
match
this
for
guy.
this guy.
Oh, okay, good sir. What is it you would like to know?
Repeat it from the top.
Tell me about the Scarlet King's resurrection.
Are they getting kidnapped?
Well, I only know a few things from hearsay. I went for a drink the other day and heard others talking about a rumor that the madmen will disappear and that the Scarlet King will return to this land. I'm not making this up. I swear.
Hey, go on. Keep talking.
Okay, Makam. Seems sensible enough.
It's true. It's all true, sir. We desert folk have had more than enough of those people at the academia. They keep sending us all their mad scholars and won't let us have a good life. Would you want to live like this if you were in our place? The radicals were even more thrilled than me when they heard the news. We're all praying for
Radicals?
the Scarlet King's speedy return.
I don't know what radicals mean. I'm sorry.
Delavar also said that
What
once
you
the
mean?
Scarlet King returns to our side, it's only a matter of time before we conquer the land on the other side of the wall. They're all willing to serve under the Scarlet King and fight for a share of the glory.
A share of the glory.
Is that so?
Seems like he still wants to know more. Keep talking.
Makan, once again, pretty sensible.
Got it. At
Got
first,
it?
I told myself it was just the drink talking, but then all the mad scholars vanished without a trace, just as the rumors said. Please don't beat me up just for mentioning these rumors. If I'm guilty, then everyone else around here is also guilty. I'm just saying what the others said.
This is getting tense, but then just really died down though.
The people here really like the Scarlet King, but dislike the Dendro Archon.
No, the academia is probably the true target of their hatred, yeah. Nah, he does pretty much absentee as far as they know. Oh gosh, it's a click.
Where is this radical person you talked about?
Who? Gonna stalk him?
I haven't run into him over the past few days, so he probably hasn't been around the village.
What about you, man? Have you seen him at all?
No, not at all. We wouldn't dare lie to you. He's really not here right now.
Sounds like you're not too close with the radicals.
Mm-hmm.
No, of course not. All we know are their names.
Oh! Thank you. Tell us.
I have many ways to stop you from talking. And many others to stop you from sending warning messages.
Ho ho ho.
So you'd best just stay home and hope I don't hear of you trying to contact anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do anything until I've gotten to the bottom of this.
Ho ho ho.
Try something foolish, and even Candace won't be able to protect you.
Yes, got it. We'll do just as you say.
Ah, lovely.
That scared Paimon half to death. Sino is pretty terrifying.
Good thing I'm not one of your enemies. Mm-hmm.
He didn't try to reassure us at all. It's like he's used to hearing that. Well, Paimon bets lots of people have told him that before.
Yep, all the more reason to not get on his bad side.
I heard that.
I heard that. I think that was Roxy. Sorry.
It's part of being a Matra.
Mm-hmm.
The rumor we heard just now seems like a strong lead. But we need to check a few more places.
It is a pretty good lead.
Very well.
Mm-hmm.
Isak!
Hey,
I'm here.
I am here.
Where's your grandpa's house?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can take you there. Just follow me.
Yahoo! Let's go. Isak. Hey, Atia. Seems off the beaten path here.
Grandpa? Oh, he likes to be alone. Sometimes he stares at the sky in a daze, and other times he just pokes at the ground with his fingers.
Pokes at the
Every
ground
now
with
and
his
then,
fingers.
he yells out at the top of his lungs, so a lot of people are really scared of him. But he's a good person, really. I know he is. I swear, he's just like my real grandpa.
Mm-hmm. Tell me more. This is very far from the village, okay. Dude. Is this still part of Aru village?
This is where Grandpa usually stays.
Uh-huh.
There sure isn't much here.
That smell though, what's... Incense.
No.
No?
Incense? Please don't say it's the same one as before.
That one?
But are you okay? Are you getting dizzy or need to lie down?
There's a scent that you can sense, but I can't.
Sina's very skeptical of
A
this one.
certain traveler here once passed out from that smell. Thankfully, Tainari saved the day. And
Then he gave us a long lecture to explain about how it worked.
So, you know Tainari.
Yes.
Huh? You know him too? Are you two friends?
Yes.
Oh.
Now that I concentrate, I can also make out the scent of incense.
Wait, surely Tainari didn't lecture you too.
No. No need.
Yeah, I can't handle this scent very
Did
well.
you first encounter this scent at Tainari's house?
No, it was in the forest where Scholar was meditating.
In the forest. From a scholar.
It'd be more efficient if we split up. Hey, Isak.
Oh, where did Grandpa go? Please come home, Grandpa.
You sweet, sweet child. Oh. It's just walking around. Okay, where do we look? In here? Doesn't look very used, but... Oh, the goods. Daily necessities. Observe tent, observe goods. Is there anything else I can observe? Nothing much. Sina's found something though. Sina ba yan? Mm-hmm. Oh?
What are you looking for, Sino?
Here it is.
Where is it?
Take a look right here.
A mental sight, please.
Sino doesn't see anything.
There's something that's kind of flickering. I don't know if it's just sand.
Although the traces have been completely buried in the sand, there are footprints here.
Uh-huh.
From the size and shape, they belong to an adult male. This pattern is a common one from this area. Local shoes. This was probably someone from the village. The scent is quite faint, but still extant. The footprints head in the direction of the door.
You mean someone else has been here?
But who would come looking for Grandpa? He doesn't have any friends.
Except you?
We'd have to ask whoever lured him away with the incense.
Lured him away.
Huh? So you can lure someone away with just a scent? Hey! What's wrong with liking good food? Everyone's got something they love in life.
But you don't necessarily get lured away by food.
Exactly. Most scholars are fond of incense, since the smell supposedly helps them clear their minds and discover new knowledge.
Interesting.
Even deep within the clutches of madness, they still yearn for their knowledge-seeking days, and will follow the scent whenever it presents itself.
It seems like an addiction to me, huh?
No, Grandpa.
He'll be fine. We'll make sure of it.
So, someone's taking advantage of their weakness? Huh. Still, why would anyone want to abduct all the scholars?
Is it to resurrect the Scarlet King?
Are the rumors really true?
It's the only lead we've had so far.
Could the disappearance of all the mad scholars have something to do with the radicals?
You never know.
It's highly likely.
Yep.
Please, you have to see my Grandpa. Grandpa's never done anything wrong. Please
Especially in
help
our
him.
village.
Sounds like we'd better help get him back. Don't you worry, Isak. We won't let whoever took him get away with it.
Let's head to Aru village and inform Candace and the others about what we learned here. After that, we'll set off to find the scholars.
Sensible. You know, Traveler can get carried away, so it's really good that Sina's reminding us to like report back so that if anything happens, they know where to find us. Lower? No. No. Well, maybe lower. No, it's not. I don't know, where's this place? I forgot.
Right here.
There's a little lag. Oh, my GPU, bruh. Oh, Deha!
Right. The darker fabric definitely looks a lot better. That'd be my choice too.
Was Deha wearing white? We gotta check that sometime.
We're back, Candace. We've got a lot to tell you.
Ah, welcome back.
Sounds like everyone's friends already.
Basically, except Hytham and Sina, of course, but
Oh, Dia's here too.
You bet. So, everything goes smoothly?
Reasonably.
reasonably smoothly.
I'll hate them didn't go with you?
Now, where's that suspicious bastard?
We haven't seen him at all.
Huh. I saw him around the village entrance earlier and figured he was investigating with you. I guess he must have gone off on his own.
Did you find out anything useful?
We found the things we believe to be useful. Not confirmed to be useful yet.
I see. So someone used a kind of incense to lead the exiled scholars away from the village.
That's what we've deduced. Who? Oh! it's-
Resurrection of the Scarlet King? First I've heard of it. Far as I know, The kind of incense you just mentioned is only popular beyond the wall. Scholars are fond of it, but as you can see, there aren't many scholars still studying around these parts. No seller would be able to make a profit here. Not to mention making incense is a labor-intensive process. You won't see anybody in the desert with the patience to make or sell something that requires that kind of effort. It seems someone from beyond the wall must have been supporting this.
Well, there are lots of ermites and non-ermites past the wall.
Makes sense.
So what should we do
Someone's
then?
watching.
Do we go back to the academia and search for leads there?
We can't go back to the academia. The door is there.
If it was any other day, that would be your next logical step. But today, you've got me on your team, so you get an extra tip. Didn't you say that the villager got his news from the tavern? Well, I also like to drink at the tavern, so I know a thing or two about the
Sina,
radicals.
someone's eavesdropping.
If Paimon remembers correctly, the leader of the radicals is some guy called Delavar.
Ah, yeah. Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, Enger, the wide-eyed butcher, and Jabari, the duck-tailed bearded crook. The whole lot of them are known around these
Jabari?
parts.
Isn't Jabari the helpful dude? Sounds watching.
These guys have one thing in common, and that's being broke. The rougher life gets, the more they want to believe in the Scarlet King. Way they see it, the Scarlet King's resurrection is their only chance at overthrowing the academia. Throwing all of Sumeru into chaos is the only way to change the way of life here in the desert. Anyway, that's my guess why they've chosen to become radicals.
Anyway, we've been compromised. Yay!
Amazing! You really know this place inside and out.
Something's off.
No merc can afford to slack off on gathering intelligence. Every mora I've spent in the tavern has been a valuable investment.
Let's head out.
Sina and Dea really match, though.
Now hold on, you're staying right here, Sino.
Why?
Why?
Aru Village is not a big place. Outsiders stand out here like a sore thumb. I'd bet word about you has already gotten out. The desert is unforgiving, so the way of life here is also a lot tougher than on the outside of the wall. You survive on making connections out here. Compared to you, mercs like me are just third-rate amateurs. I've got no actual fighting skills to speak of. But that also makes it a whole lot easier for me to gain the locals' trust.
I guess so, huh? Or... Wait, I'm confused.
I need to go around and ask some questions. But it'll be difficult if you're with me.
Fine.
Anyway, so Sina's way too intimidating. That's
Good.
what I'm gathering
Then we've
here.
got a plan. The Traveler and Paimon will go to Caravan Rebat with me, and we'll try our best to figure out where the Mad Scholars have been taken.
Caravan
Sino,
Rebat.
you'll have to stay in the village and continue investigating on your own.
Alright, sounds like a plan.
Yep, we couldn't compromise. Yay! Unless Dea's known. Because she can pretty much see. No, she can't. Whatever. How are you two doing?
Sino, please don't take offense. I'm sure Dia just wants to help everyone solve their problem as quickly as possible. That's why she can be so straightforward at times.
I don't mind.
Ah, I see. Well, from the way you were staring out into the distance, I thought you might have been mulling over Dia's words.
No, I'm used to being treated that way. It's natural to fear strength. I take no objection to it.
Anyway, are we going to talk to Dia first? Because the winking means that there's something to talk about. Caravan Rebat? Now? Here? I guess I'll just teleport into there. Hua! Yeah! There's not as much waypoints in the desert. Are they all under the sand? Possibly?
Well, here we are again.
Sounds like you're starting to get familiar with the area.
Way too familiar.
Paimon's amazed every time we see the wall of Samiel. How can a wall this tall even exist?
Or
Almost unreal.
I know what you mean. I had the same question every time I walked this way when I was a kid. Also, why is this high wall here? And can a wall really block sandstorms? It was only after I grew up that I realized the wall of Samiel isn't just there to keep out the sandstorms. It serves a more important purpose, keeping out people like us.
I think I've also heard somewhere that desert sand is really nutritious for plants. There's just not enough water for it to be usable.
Sumeru is run by wise and mighty sages. To them, us desert dwellers are nothing but tools that can be used and discarded at their whim. We're cheap labor, like livestock, but easier to control. Nothing more. Even if a child from the desert got the chance to obtain an Akasha terminal, almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied. The academia believes we're underserving.
I see.
Geniuses like Sataria are 1 in a million. The other
Sataria.
children never get a single chance to try and rewrite their fate. Even though the academia knows very well that we're humans, just as they are.
Though you are from Sumeru, I'm pretty sure you'll get a better chance, maybe somewhere in Liyue, Mondstadt, Fontaine, or Shiznaya. I don't know about Natlan, they seem quite remote.
That's terrible.
Sataria though.
I would tear down this wall with my own hands if I could.
Hey, Dia. You're not thinking about doing anything scary, are you?
No, not at all. This place just gets me thinking, that's all.
Anyway, air mites are after me, so I guess they...
Besides, we're here to procure information, aren't we?
Yep. We gotta catch those.
Okay.
Shh. Caravan Rebot is crawling with people, so be careful what you say. We don't want anyone to find out what we're here for. Our mission started the moment we arrived here. Let's go check out the tavern. Maybe we'll find someone I know.
Lovely. Dolly, 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 Dolly. Dolly 要来顶桃啊。
Just our luck. None of them are here today.
You mean you don't see anyone you know?
Dia, is that you? What a coincidence. You here for a drink too?
Oh! They know. They've been informed.
Saki. Finally, a friendly face.
Still sus.
And who do you have with you here? Guests from another land?
Yes. Oh? 你好.
Hello, hello. I'm Zaki. Dia's, how would you put it? Drinking buddy?
We've had drinks together a few times. You could say we go back a ways. Anyway, as far as my friends here, they aren't too shabby, are they? You rarely see any Outlanders so friendly and respectful nowadays.
Absolutely. Much better than those people on the other side of the wall. So, Dia, are you looking for someone?
Zaki, are you from the desert or the forest? Because, well, usually people from the forest are much paler, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen Edgar, Delavar, or Jabari recently?
Of course I have. Matter of fact, we were all here drinking together just a few days ago.
And Zaki seems like a drunkard. We fare very well in Mondstadt.
I've got a spice trading deal from another nation. I thought maybe Delavar and his friends might be interested. Know where I could find him?
Ah, how thoughtful of you. Then I assume you also know that Delavar's been having a hard time making ends meet these days. So, you came here to help him out?
I know Javari though. I
Hey,
think.
keep it down. Let's just say I prefer to keep this deal a secret. Y'all at Caravan Rebot are like family. If there's more to be made, why not do it together? Besides, Delavar and his friends have muscle. They'd be a good fit for escorting the goods.
Yes, how considerate of you.
Delavar's my friend too, so of course I can take you to him. Come with me.
Uh-huh. Okay. Dolly, and now there's Nasir. I think Nasir's a drunkard. I've talked to him before. Where is this place? In the desert? Dunya. Juzjani. Is Yani? I don't know, I don't care. Well, Dwali. Oh, higher. And huge sweet flower. Ha! Oh, ooh. Oh, well, where is this?
Are we there yet?
Haha, lovely.
Yep, this is the place.
This looks like a corner.
This place is practically deserted. What are they doing in a place like this?
Oh. Termites. They probably know.
Why don't you take a guess? Go on. A wild stab in the dark. You're like lambs to the slaughter.
Easy, man. Aw.
Oh no! It's an ambush!
It's even worse because they're drinking buddies.
What's this all about, Zaki?
I can smack
Come on,
you.
Dia. You really think we didn't hear about what you said back in Aru village? The boys have kept a close eye on you from the moment you set foot there. Not only do I know that you're looking for Delavar, I also know that you've teamed up with people from the academia to look for the missing scholars.
They're from the academia, but they're not really from the academia. Don't be so uptight about this.
So, you've been watching us from the very beginning?
Uh-oh. I knew leaving Sino behind was a mistake.
Bitch! We're more than strong enough.
You left the strongest one in the village, didn't you? Who do you think you are? You really thought we'd fall for your little business deal nonsense?
So you and Delavar have been partners all along.
Dia, I guess it's only natural for a traveling mercenary like you to be out of the loop. Those of us who hang around the tavern have stronger bonds than you think.
Tell me about it.
But you got one thing right. We're all looking forward to an uprising in Sumeru. There's nothing more we'd like to see than the desert folk overthrowing the academia.
Wait, that's exactly what we want to, right? We need help from the desert to overthrow the academia, basically.
If that's the case, then I'm sure Delavar wouldn't miss a second of it.
I'll be honest with you. If it weren't for what you said in the village, your little monologue about the Wall of Samio would have convinced me that you're one of us.
Delavar. And Engar.
Engar.
You're here too, huh?
Long time no see, Miss Mercenary. You should have known the traitors are what us followers of the Scarlet King despise the most.
I like his voice. There's a little bit of that, like, a saliva touch to it. Not the gross sound, but just like, you can tell the mouth's a little full. Or at least that's how I think it sounds like. Especially because that's also how I think I sound like. So,
Dia, I thought that you, a fellow desert dweller, would understand that the Scarlet King is greater than the Dendro Archon. Little did I know, you don't deserve to join us.
Yeah, gee, what a missed opportunity. Adopting radical views and kidnapping innocent scholars, all because of some baseless rumors. Anything else I'm missing out on?
See? There you have it. Mercenaries are just a bunch of faithless scum with only one thing on their minds. Mora. Pathetic. You're all like a pack of street rats.
there's this thing that they say like, Mora can't buy happiness, but Mora does buy comfort, and if you're not comfortable, you can't be happy. Or at least, not sustainably happy.
You're not wrong. Mercenaries are driven by Mora, and my faith lies with whoever's paying me. As long as there's a profit to be made, anyone can become my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Enough talking. Get him.
Oh, I was gonna drink. Wait, I can still drink.
Just as I expected. Let's teach him a lesson, traveler.
Jayo! That's Ikuya. That's Ikuya. Hey!
New punching.
Ooh, a new punching bag. Oh.
Rest and rebuild.
Oh. That's fast. I could barely save her the moment.
How could you?
So, what do you think about your meticulous network now, Zaki? How did you say it? It's only natural for a traveling mercenary like me to be out of the loop. I'm guessing your informant told you that I'm just an incompetent merc with no real fighting skills, correct? I mean, that is what I said after all.
Oh ho ho.
And of course you would believe everything he reported. The only thing you know about me is that I'm a mercenary, but you've never seen me in action. Even though you heard we went to handle monsters together, you believed that Candace was the only one doing all the real fighting. That so-called Flame Mane is just a fraud. She admitted it herself. She just uses her connections to gain the trust of others. That's what you thought, right?
Oh ho ho.
You lied in the village because you figured that we'd have people watching you.
Oh ho ho.
And you were stupid enough to fall for it. I figured as much the first time we drank together. You all thought you were so smart. Pathetic.
Get burned with the flame mane. One swift kick, huh?
Okay, that should be all of them.
Oh,
Whoa.
there's one more good.
You've been planning this since we were in Aru Village?
I knew it was a little
No
sus.
task can be done without preparation. I just happened to notice a couple suspicious-looking people while you were out investigating.
Well,
Oh, but instead of catching them right away, you let them report back.
so is this a hostage situation? Are we gonna torture them to get like info?
Those two who were snooping around were just a couple small fries. If we want to get the real catch, we have to be patient and give it some time.
So the names.
Oh, you mean the funny name she mentioned back in Uncle Ampu's house? The wide-eyed butcher,
Scar-riddled
bandit.
bandit.
Paimon can't remember them all.
That's just a bunch of drunk talk. Edgar and Delavar like to talk themselves up.
Haha,
when
I
they're
see.
drinking. Edgar, the wide-eyed butcher, and Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, are the nicknames they came up with for themselves.
Quite, what's the term? Flattering, if I say so myself. I like the names.
Alcohol has a way of making people share what they really think. So Edgar and Delavar are always rambling in the tavern about how the Scarlet King is a superior deity.
What about Zaki?
He's just a numbskull who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably the best hidden of them all. My initial plan was to find Delavar first, and then try to track him down.
So, who's the dull bearded crook?
That's what you wanted to ask when we were at Uncle Anpu's house, right? Jabari is one of the villagers you talked to. You know, the one who wanted to treat Isak and his grandpa to some food.
I knew it.
Wait, so he's a radical too?
No, he
No?
isn't. I just needed to tack on a random villager name to make the eavesdropper think that I was making some wild guesses based on my impressions.
Ah, thank God.
Wow.
I liked him.
What a genius idea! Well, that's an expert mercenary for ya.
Ah, you're too kind. It was straight from the usual playbook, if I'm honest.
Seems like child's play, huh?
So, that thing you were saying before, is it really true?
Which part?
About what?
About the Wolf Samuel?
About how mercenaries only care about Mora, and that anyone's a friend as long as there's a profit.
I mean, like, you can have your friends, like actual friends, and also work friends. Or like... So it makes sense, but I was like, huh.
Does that bother you?
I don't really
What
care.
makes you so sure?
Even without an employer still helping us out. Maybe Candace is the employer, you never know.
Dia, do you dislike the Dendro Archon like the other desert folk?
You two are pretty sharp. No, I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon. I've heard a lot of nice things about the Lesser Lord from Dunyarzad. I can understand her devotion.
Oh yeah,
to
Dunyarzad. I see.
Dunyarzad's just an ordinary person. There's no way a god would be so involved in the lives of everyday people. unless they were truly compassionate. I've begun to realize that the sages are behind everything that's happened recently. The radicals' blind belief in the Scarlet King, making the Dendro Archon out to be an enemy. It's all the academia's trickery.
Especially with what Xena said, huh?
But I see through
And
it all.
Hytham.
And unlike them, I can never be hostile towards anyone who's never done anything wrong.
Dear.
Anyway, looks like we're done with business here. Traveler, lend me a hand. Let's tie him up and bring him to the village.
Alu village? Do I have to walk there? Imagine. If we had to do that, that would go viral in the memes department.
This should be all of them. I'll let you take it from here.
Ooh, Candace.
All right. I'll be in touch. Until then, please stand by.
Candace sounds kinda tired actually.
Candace, do you need any help?
Candace will be okay on her own. I trust her, so you can too. She's been guarding Aru village for quite some time now. If anyone is qualified to question the offenders, it's her.
To be honest, I'd say Xena is much more qualified here.
While I'm questioning them, why don't you pass some time by exploring the area?
Ooh.
I'll meet you back here tomorrow morning, Traveler.
I already explored the surrounding
As for
area.
these idiots, let's just hope they live to see another day.
So, this has a potential of death. No? Idea.
Candace is an expert at dealing with people
Oh.
like this. All we have to do is wait for her word.
I guess Candace can be quite scary when she wants to be scary.
You heard the question. Now answer me.
Ah! Painful. Anyway, while we're here, I think I remember certain someone who wants help. Or who I have help. Like Saba. This plant's here. Hey! There you are. Ah. What's your manners, Paimon? Ah, okay. Ah. We can try using Dendra again. Piece of cake! And no one's Dendro here. But for the ease of use, we're using Taikanali. Nali! Especially since it's plants. Whoa! Thank you. New leaves, huh? Flower buds! Ah! Bright and beautiful, these pure purple flowers give off a pleasant fragrance that will give any passerby pause. Well, some like to call this a type of rambler rose. Its relative lack of multiple flowers means that it falls under a different floral classification. We can get Technology to confirm this at some point. We're just lending a hand, Saba. You were a researcher? Yeah. That's true. There is vast amount of potential in every rose. Sure. We'll be back. It's your turn. Hey, chicken! What do we have right now? Oh yeah, I still have that commission in Azuma. Never mind, I'll do it later. Tomorrow, huh? Jay. Oh yeah, the Thundering Wilds. 6. What? Wait, no. I just need to wait the time and then it'll tell me. Oh, my GPU is speaking. The whole time it was speaking. Anyway, 6 tomorrow. 6:40. Should be good. I think my computer needs to break some time. Ooh, GPU is very high. Risky. Is Think now just resource intensive? We're at 98%. 70, okay.
Hey, Tia!
Hey.
Right on time.
You will learn anything from the criminals?
We'll know any moment now.
Oh?
Paimon's been wondering. You seem to know Candace pretty well. Have you been friends for a long time?
It would make sense.
We've known each other for some time now. She's a pretty interesting person. Even though she's an extremely strong warrior, she never misuses her powers against others.
Oh, Paimon knows what you mean. Like a lot of martial artists say, never take the fight outside the ring.
Is this Lian, Inazuman, or Mondstadian?
Yep, I guess you can put it that way. It takes strong convictions to be as dedicated as she is, and shoulder that kind of responsibility. Us mercs, on the other hand, we pretty much live from one day to the next.
Well, Paimon thinks you're great too.
Aw,
Really? Thanks for that.
that's so sweet, Paimon. Oh. Sino's here.
Oh, Sino's here. And he's pretty early too.
Yes. I was here yesterday to help out a little.
Yeah,
To help
I figured
out?
out.
By doing what?
Interrogation.
Sharing some interrogation techniques.
I mean, it would make complete sense.
Oh, you mean you taught Candace some more
Persuasive
methods?
methods.
Right.
Come on in, everyone.
Oh.
Come on, let's go inside.
Ikuya? Bara. Ikuya? Bara. Dehia.
Candace, whoa, you look furious.
Do I? Huh. What gave it away?
The eyebrows.
Oh, there's no mask that can hide true bloodlust. Cover up your eyes, and it'll still show itself at the corners of your mouth.
Huh.
Perhaps I need to work on my composure.
No, it's fine.
Still, it's perfectly understandable why I'm angry. I'm sure everyone present would agree.
Love this hairstyle. This one's a second. This one I don't prefer it as much.
Yes, ma'am. Please, don't feed us anymore.
You're gonna die.
You're gonna die.
Ow.
Well, looks like Sino taught her well.
And she's just as terrifying as he is.
You fear death yourselves, yet you do not hesitate to place the lives of others at risk. The absurdity is mind-boggling. The ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the village keepers. They are vital members of our community, and some even count them as family. You come here to my village, and you treat my people as nothing more than stepping stones towards your goal. Tell me, what would you do to you in my position?
Mercy! Please have mercy!
No, wrong answer.
You've made your bed.
We may both be desert dwellers, but there is one thing that I understand better than you. The resurrection of the Scarlet King will only result in war. And war serves no one.
See the Inazuma story quest, huh? So many people have died, and at the end it was ended not because anyone won, but because the Fatui were stopped.
The people of Aru village care little about which god is in power. Life may be tough and tiring, but we wish to preserve our way of life. A war would only cause us to lose all that we have. And that is not a responsibility that you can afford to shoulder.
Yeah. One wrong move, worst things worst, they destroy you and destroy everything you care about, which includes Aru village.
We understand. We're sorry.
I doubt it,
I'll
man.
tell you everything I know. Please, just let us go.
You haven't told them yet? Gosh damn, man.
I'm listening.
You might not believe this, but it wasn't us who came up with this idea. Someone was spreading rumors in the tavern. That's how we ended up hearing about the Scarlet King's resurrection.
Oh, spare us the talk.
Some mystery man told us that mad scholars will make the perfect sacrifice to usher in the Scarlet King's resurrection. They give their lives, and we can get anything we wish for.
Il Datore? Possibly. The Academia? Possibly.
They're called village keepers. Slip up again, and you'll regret it.
Yes, sorry. It was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread word about the Scarlet King's resurrection and talked us into helping him. In return, he said he'll help facilitate the resurrection process.
Is Il Datore and his sacrificing and experimentation? Gosh damn.
I'm not sure.
Tell us how they look.
That's one.
That's one.
Huh? One what?
Strike. You get a total of 3. Then, you die by my
Damn it.
I'm telling you the truth. We don't know anything. It was all him.
2.
He got us to lure them out of their houses in the night with some kind of incense. We take them to a junction outside the village. Then the mystery guy takes them from there.
Question is, who is this mystery guy?
You gotta believe me, please. I'm telling the truth, I swear. Just ask them if you don't believe me.
Oh gosh damn! I feel it. I've cried like this before.
That was indeed the truth. Traveler, go on.
Murder time! Just kidding. We don't kill anyone. Do you have any idea who that mysterious person might be?
You have to believe me. If I knew that, I would have told you his name right away. I'm not risking another beating to keep his secrets. No way.
Okay, Zaki? Tell us how they look. Because if there's someone similar enough, we'll have a lead.
That guy, he wears a cloak, and he's always careful to cover his face. He calls himself the Scarlet King's envoy.
Careful to cover his face. It's a he as well. So if there's anyone who's always wearing a mask, Il Datore, definitely.
I believe I may know what's going on.
Okay, Uncle Anpu.
Uncle Anpu? What do you mean?
Someone got smacked.
Smooth.
Okay, speak.
Okay.
If my suspicions are correct, this mystery man they speak of could be from the academia. Some time ago, people from the academia attempted to take the village keepers away. I refused, insisting that they are part of our community. It strikes me now that this secretive character shares the same goal they had.
Which means it's highly likely that the academia was purposely spreading a false rumor to trick the radicals into delivering the village keepers right into their hands.
Subukan ko mamaya. Now? Wait.
They were the ones who brought them here to begin with. Now they're trying to take them back.
Okay.
We aren't gonna let that happen.
It's open.
How do you even get out?
I hook it usually when I go down so I don't have to push it.
This front and then...
It's pretty.
And then this one.
Okay.
Also, basically tapos ko na yun. So, just the additional sila. So, if we go out tomorrow,
Baka masanda na.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Not the academia again.
Scan mo ah. I really need it na. Kasi gagawa pa ako dito. Kunin mo yung yung envelope sa loob.
This one?
Yeah. Then nakalagay yung paper ko for the letter thingy.
Okay, okay.
So I'll just get this one.
Yeah.
Scan mo kaagad ah.
Okay. And we're back to the game. Yeah. Not the academia again. It's Sumeru City, Satari also mentioned. King Desha's resurrection is just the academia's misinformation campaign.
Just as I thought. But what could they want with the village keepers?
People are nothing but tools in the eyes of the academia. A change in their plans likely means they found another way to exploit the scholars. Regardless, our top priority now is locating the village keepers.
Very much.
You're right. Isak is still waiting for news on his grandpa.
Time to go. Let's leave the village and try to track them down.
Yes. Pack up and get ready to leave.
You got it. Candace, I'll let you deal with the radicals. Leave everything outside the village to us.
All right.
All right.
Let's meet back here once everyone's ready.
Yeah. I'm ready. I don't have anything to pack. Oh wait, first things first, let's eavesdrop.
You look worried. Thinking about the village keepers?
Yes. I'd look for them myself if I could. As members of our village, each one of them is very important to me.
You have a strong sense of belonging here. I guess I'm the opposite. Mercs are stray dogs, wherever they go.
Dia, don't say that. You can be a part of this community too.
Thanks. I'll let you know when I feel like joining.
Sweet.
What scheme is the academia brewing now?
First there was the dream harvesting machine. Then there's Seal de Torre. Who's messing with the Akasha terminals? Aklampu.
I just hope everyone's alright.
And there's these guys. Sorry for stepping on you. I don't like your hairstyle. Just evil. Oh wait. This is the house. Didn't think of that. Okay. I don't know why we have to leave. I guess Paimon needs to do something first. Are we going to reassure Isak? Oh.
Let's get some food in us and then we'll... Woo!
Ooh!
Where did you come from?
Well, as you can see, I am merely sitting here and reviewing what we have deduced thus far.
You were gone for ages! And now you're suddenly sitting here musing to yourself? Where have you been anyway?
Actually, if you've been investigating with us via different means. Have you found anything? Hi, Thumb.
Hey, what's with the silence?
Hi, Thumb.
You never think things through before asking questions. I'm giving you some time to make up for that.
Paimon's so mad! Paimon's gonna give you an ugly nickname!
That won't stop you, Paimon.
Never mind. Paimon's got nothing.
We just read the Goha bookworm. You can use a variation on that.
There's just nothing super obvious to pick with this guy. Makes it so hard.
I also can't pick a nickname for him.
Well, you've heard nothing to suggest I left this whole time. So clearly, I stayed in the village to investigate.
Gosh damn.
Anyway, you plan to leave Aru village and keep searching for the truth of this matter, yes?
Yes.
Yep. We're not gonna find out anything more by staying here. So we thought that we might as well take the search elsewhere.
The community. Yeah.
Enough with the silent treatment!
I'm not even gonna entertain this. This is annoying.
No. I'm just surprised that you decided to team up with him.
Cena. No. Whew, nearly clicked start streaming. Well, I did, but I don't have anything set up. The recording is fine? I hope. Sure freaking hope so.
All Hatham, you haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru village. Bold of you to question our choices.
Same.
Yeah, you're all talk.
Or at least, come on, be social with us. We need all the help we can get. If you're not gonna tell us any information, we're not gonna get anywhere.
While you were investigating, I had my own work to do, which I've now finished.
And what is that, if we may ask?
Really? Paimon doesn't believe you.
To be honest, we aren't really a team, so I have no obligation to inform you of my work.
Damn you, Hytham. But it's true.
Not to mention that going separate ways allowed me to find some important information that you all had missed.
Sure it does, we need it. Mad.
Right here in the village?
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to someone. But before that, you need to understand where she's coming from.
What does that mean?
How do you think the residents of Aru village feel about what we're doing?
Are being suspicious?
In other words, do you truly believe every single word the villagers tell us?
You mean
Can't really.
some of them lied to us?
You can't really trust everyone.
Hiding the truth does not necessarily equate to lying. Again, these people have their reasons. Remember what Gandis said? Most people in Aru village don't necessarily care which deity is in charge of Sumeru. That's because whether the Scarlet King or the Dendro Archon has power is of little significance to them.
True.
By contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concerns. They won't simply share everything they know with you without good reason. That's why you believed there was no further information to be found in this village.
So you're saying we can find new info from someone we've already spoken to?
Glad you're following along. Among those you have talked to, there's someone who was consciously keeping you out of the loop. In fact, she's been observing your every move since you arrived.
I knew she was kinda sus.
The reason being, to someone who only wants to live their life in peace, any external factors introduce unpredictability into the equation.
I don't like unpredictability too, so...
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
Yeah. Something was
Don't
off.
change the subject.
It's quite obvious that she's intimidated by Sino's authority and strength.
Right. You were asking about the the mad scholars.
Just keeping...
She corrected herself mid-sentence because she's aware that there are Scarlet King fanatics in the village. If she sounds too friendly towards the village keepers, she could easily make herself the radicals' next target.
I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night.
Remember, She made a point of denying her involvement in anything that occurs at night.
Her eyelashes are not connected to her face.
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear that the village keepers had protected Aru village at night. In other words, the young miss was very much awake during that time.
Yep.
Then why would she lie?
She's suspicious of us.
By getting involved with an outsider, she risks drawing unwanted attention to herself.
Well,
as for
which is
why she
truthful.
might be so wary about all this, maybe you should ask her.
I'll pass on this one.
Well, she is intimidated.
You said that she is afraid of me. If so, it's best if I stay out of this.
We're on it.
Woman die. Woman say nar. Where? Here? Oh yeah, here. Shani? Oh, we entered that. Never mind. Hey,
Miss Shawnee, as we discussed earlier, I've brought someone with me.
Mr. Alhaitham, I'm aware of where you stand, but how can I make sure that your friends think the same as you?
We've been through a lot. Oh, look at that time travel.
Huh? What do you mean? We need to clarify our stance or something?
Go ahead and talk to her. You'll get the answers you want. Go on. Earn her trust.
Is it really that simple?
May I call you Traveler?
Sure thing. Hi, Miss Shani.
Hi, Traveler. I want to ask you something. Do you think the resurrection of the Scarlet King can truly change Sumeru for the better?
No.
Why is that?
Oh, there's something conflict.
That's very similar to what Miss Candace says. I know you two are friends. That's why I'm willing to talk to you, even though I do have some reservations. Before, I wouldn't even have the courage to ask something like this. Traveler, do you believe our lives will get better?
Yes, I'd say. Same.
Yeah! We came here from another nation, so it isn't wrong of you to be weary. And we aren't really residents of any one nation. But even so, we've met lots of people from different places, and we've always fought for what we believed in. We have friends in Sumeru, and we want to help them. That's why we decided to stay here for a while.
The door's open.
I want to trust you.
They don't want to show what's inside
My
the
apologies
house.
for posing my questions like that. To be honest, I didn't expect you to come back for more information.
Helpful.
Alhaitham told us you have your reasons. It's okay. We understand.
The fact is that only one side of my family is desert folk. I don't really fit in anywhere in Sumeru.
We can say she's mixed.
Some believe in the Dendro Archon, while others believe in the Scarlet King. I don't belong to either side, and neither side would want me.
Ow.
Speaking of which, the radicals mentioned that they despise traitors. Do they just think that anyone who's different from them is a traitor?
Extremists. Yes.
Yeah. Some people can be so narrow-minded when it comes to bloodline and beliefs. It makes no difference what I say or how I behave. I'll always be suspected of having ulterior motives. Slowly, I just stopped talking to people. I pretended not to hear or see anything. All I want is to live my life in peace. And then it happened. The village keepers who had helped me disappeared with no explanation, and I didn't dare breathe a word about it to anyone. Until now.
You can tell them. I'm sure he'll keep your secret.
Until we spill it to Candace or something.
Alright. I'll tell you what I told Alhaitham. I actually have a sharper sense of hearing than most. Sometimes I hear strange crying sounds in the night.
Okay.
There are ghosts?
Paimon.
Perhaps. I'm not sure. It's faint, but it's definitely the sound of crying. It comes from far away in the distance, and always carries very raw emotion. It used to be louder and more frequent, but ever since you arrived in the village, it doesn't seem to happen as often. And when it does, it's much quieter. I have to focus really hard to make it out.
Seems you're being more precautious.
I confirmed this with the guards on night duty. They also have someone with a good ear.
Nice.
He's heard similar sounds at night. But because we're in the middle of a desert, he would rather believe that they are the cries of beasts than ghosts.
Could make out where the sounds were coming from.
There's really nothing around these parts, except for an old hospital not far from the village.
Very suspicious. Hospitals, huh?
I think they used to use it for treating Elazar, but it's been abandoned for years.
We need to check it out then.
Yeah, let's go.
Ikuya? So... Shortcut. It's 140 meters. Silly! Doesn't hurt to check how my computer is doing again. Everything's fine, but that was during the cutscene. We're up to 80% usage. 90 Ferret? Will you lead us? Seems that they are gonna lead us to this place. Yeah. Lifeless Del Shifa. Have I been here? I see Eremites. I think I have. Because I first entered from here. Came down through here. I think flew over this place. And immediately went down the hole.
Emerge. Right here.
Hold the line. Animal test 6308. Absorption test.
Myself is at risk again.
Wow, so many raw
Is there
materials.
something that's on? Yup. I'm gonna turn off my browser. Probably help. Turn off folders also. Okay.
Oh, is this the place? It's in terrible shape. And there's sand everywhere.
We'll get sand stuck in their shoes today, huh?
Forgotten. An ideal place to hide people.
Oh, got the silk. So,
Monsters, watch out!
gosh darn man. Also, we're at 100% GPU.
Stand clear.
Again.
Animal test 6308.
Dude. Gonna need to end here. I'll be back. Okay. I'm back. And there's a new dude. Okay, back into the...
No more games. Right here. Emerge.
GPU is high again.
Grasp
got through it, don't worry about it.
The fun is over. Right now. Billowing surge.
Here we go. 77.
They were easier to deal with than Paimon had expected.
Just loading though. Laggy! Laggy! What were you even expecting? Dang.
Super strong bandits? Or monsters taller than buildings dropping out of the sky?
Die.
Or, you know, something like that.
I've deactivated Legension. Yeah. Oh, it peaked again. Peak, peak, peak. Everything's lag. This has peaked, which is never a good sign. GPU is peak. Ah! Okay.
They were easier to deal with than Paimon had expected.
What were you even expecting?
Super strong bandits? Or monsters taller than buildings dropping out of the sky? Or, you know, something like that.
Paimon, be realistic. The corner.
You look super serious. We gotta stay on our A game too.
This is the one.
Wow. Single target application. Boring. No, I'm kidding.
Let's go in and take a look.
Ikuya? I don't know. There's gotta be more than just this.
Hey, we haven't found Squad. Are you sure we aren't wasting our time here?
Paimon, secret places.
Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to burn. Until then.
Disc peak. Disc peak. And speak for a long while.
I'm taking a break.
And just like that, he sits down. Wait, he even brought a book to read? What are you reading? Let Paimon see.
Algebra.
Okay, sure.
Huh? The natural position, which is the positional propensity of an entity in natural motion in contrast with an object in forced motion?
This is the law.
When free from
Something I
external
forgot.
influences,
But scientific.
every entity displays the tendency to follow its natural trajectory.
I forgot what it's called. But like, basically the easiest way to say it. A motion in... Wait, what? An object in motion stays in motion. Yeah, I forgot the rest. I'm sorry.
So, you got that?
Gosh darn you, item.
Oh, Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya. How is he so relaxed? Look at him, reading an impossible book in a creepy place like this.
I don't know.
Hey, what good is that gonna do for you? You're acting like one of those annoying grown-ups who go around nagging people to focus on their studies.
The more you learn, the more money you can earn to support me.
Hey, what gives? Shouldn't you be the one providing for Paimon?
Isn't that what I'm doing now?
Oh, right. Okay then.
Gosh.
Thank you for working so hard and earning so much more. If it weren't for you, Paimon would probably still be floating around in the ocean somewhere. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome. Oh, and it's night. Let's go. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Paimon's getting so sleepy.
Ooh.
Huh? What was that sound?
I don't hear anything.
There it is. It's coming from that direction.
Is the sound coming from here? Huh. Paimon's not seeing anything.
Okay, hear it now.
It's from below.
Wait, this was so obvious.
But there's no way we can get down there.
Girl, animal power, traveler, you have it. Not my traveler, but
Something is off about the interior here.
mm-hmm. Girl, that was obvious. Dogs are loud again. Ooh.
As I thought, there's a hidden structure.
Wow. It's like they tucked another hospital into this one. Oh, looks like there are other mechanisms around here. Let's keep exploring.
Mm-hmm. Huh. Let the wind read. Nah, read? Oh. And the hospital. Doesn't hurt to do this. This is the way down. Oh. I can't open that. How dare you? There's one.
Let's move out.
Oh, I remember. I need dead row. Which means it's night time. Got the leg. GPU's up again. Just oh, this is the hole. GPU
Come on out. Show them. Come on out.
Enshroud!
I'm not dealing with this. $88. Okay, things are stabilizing.
Show them. Right now.
You don't get to get me, okay? They're not even affected by Dendro. Okay, crit now. Thank you.
One with the forest!
Come on out. Emerge. Right here. A sight to behold. Emerge.
And they got blown up. I'm
Right
just
here.
mad, okay?
Right now.
Enshroud!
They're always annoying.
Emerge.
Anyway, electro particles, please. Thank you. 90, 96. Good Lord. Okay, that's one. As much as possible, I'd like to avoid going anywhere near that hole because it's... Okay, let's do... For some reason... Oh. Is it behind? Maybe?
One with the forest!
Okay. Finally! GPU is reasonable again. 70%. Not as reasonable as I'd like, but reasonable. We got it? Okay, there's ladders so you can climb out. Mr. Hytham. Patient Abbas, male, 23 years old, on the left side of his forehead, and left-handed, while his condition remains very serious. Survival will be difficult without professional medical care. The patient's survivability, once found, immediately inform. Don't give up, stay positive. All beings are under the watchful eye of the divine. Don't ever give up. This one's old. There's a spike somewhere. Okay, there's a food log. What's this? Week's meals. Yeah, food log. Week's shift. I don't care enough. Ooh, I thought it was a door.
Look, there's someone over there.
Come on.
Good idea. Let's approach him slowly without alarming him.
Wait.
They're from the forest.
You're...
He can't speak, and his eyes are unfocused. But he looks too young to be anyone's grandfather. Also, why is he the only one here?
Are you sure we're not being trapped?
Didn't expect to see him here.
You know him?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the academia.
Well, you have the gray hair. You look more like the senior. You look more like the senior. I'm sorry, Hytham.
Scholar cute? Is he the kind that holds up in a forest and mumbles stuff about training?
No. And that's the problem.
Huh.
Razak was never involved in any of those things. He never trained in the forest, let alone reach Satyavada life.
So what's this?
Leaving that question aside for the moment, him being here alone means that we might be too late. Looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. Perhaps they simply didn't have time to come back for him.
There's stains.
There are drag marks on the ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing a cart that was loaded with something heavy.
Up the stairs, huh? And also up the ladder?
Loaded with people?
Maybe.
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry, as if they were afraid of being caught.
Stop whining like TT, please.
The
I
symptoms
don't
are
like it.
identical. Looks like we found living proof.
Huh? Why do you say that?
Allow me to jog your memory. Recall your time at Port Ormos. Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
Yup, knew it. I'm sorry. Yup, there my guy.
Oh, now that you mention it, they're acting the same way.
Correct. The academia is behind all of this.
Fun fact.
It isn't difficult to deduce their rationale. First, the academia spread a false rumor of the Scarlet King's resurrection, emphasizing the role of the village keepers, the mad scholars who were exiled to Aru village. These rumors were all the persuasion that the radicals needed, and those based in Aru village leapt into action. Unbeknownst to them, of course, through rounding up the scholars, they were actually helping the academia. As well as being able to exploit the radicals for their own ends, this scheme has one further advantage to the academia. All the risks and responsibilities are offloaded onto the Scarlet King's followers.
Who would have known?
Life for the desert dwellers has been brutal ever since the Scarlet King's death all those years ago. Beneath the surface, feelings of desperation are widespread. Many would give everything they have for the prospect of something better. Anyone looking to exploit that for their own ends simply needs to make a few empty promises. Even if complications arise, people will see that those involved are all followers of the Scarlet King and look for no further explanation than differences of belief. A deep-seated mistrust of the desert and everyone in it by the rest of Sumeru will make sure of that. The notion of an academia plot wouldn't even cross their minds. It may seem like a simple strategy, but it is able to work wonders under Sumeru's current circumstances.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. It's in line with the village chief's theory, too. But there's still one very important question. Wasn't it the academia that brought the scholars to Aru Village in the first place? Why does it want them back now?
Then they want them back, not to bring back to the forest, Paimon, but to some other place.
Throughout this process, one thing has changed. The scholars' identity. First, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were exiles. And finally, they become missing persons.
Interesting.
An exile is still patently a living, breathing human being. But when someone becomes a missing person, that is brought into question.
Tell me about it.
If you can't find someone, you have no way of knowing what exactly happened to them. That makes missing people an ideal resource.
A resource, huh?
Resource? For what exactly?
One possibility is that the information in their brains could be extracted into knowledge capsules.
Wow.
Extracted? You mean canned knowledge comes from people's brains?
I wouldn't be shocked.
With the technology of the Sumeru Academia, it's entirely possible.
Yeah, like the canned knowledge that we first had about the sword fighting. It seemed more like a muscle memory thing. Like, muscle memory along with memory. So, it's not that off the chart.
Perhaps the process caused them great suffering, which is why they cry out in the dead of night, when no one is watching them.
So, the human brain... Nope, nah, Hyman doesn't want to think about this.
So how did you learn them, Mr. Hytham?
I'm the Academia scribe, after all. I'm familiar with their projects. Anyway, judging by Razak's state, the contents of a divine knowledge capsule were extracted from his mind. But something went wrong in the process.
Shocking.
Or perhaps his curiosity got the better of him, and he used such a capsule for himself.
Oh, he's part of the researchers, which is possible.
Hyman's a little confused. Can they just use anyone's brain?
I don't know. Maybe. It's also safe to assume that this knowledge has something to do with the Fatui, the Doctor, and also the Balladeer. They're using divine knowledge capsules to turn the Balladeer into a god. How?
The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer.
Is that the answer? The Academia needs people who have been exposed to the divine consciousness.
That's right. To some scholars, gaining knowledge about the gods is their entire life's pursuit. Extracting canned knowledge is just one of the extreme measures they turn to. However, I can't help but wonder, what do they seek to gain from divine knowledge?
Divine... Possibly divine powers, divine knowledge. Knowledge about the divine. Knowledge from the divine.
The Academia is going out of their way to look for forbidden knowledge. But what is their ultimate goal?
Gosh, yeah. Thank you.
I've spent quite some time trying to analyze the contents of the divine knowledge capsule, but to no avail. It seems like my way of thinking is too different from theirs.
You mean you're not even slightly interested in getting your hands on this forbidden stuff?
All scholars seek to expand the horizons of knowledge, but I'm not particularly interested in gods, so I don't share their degree of zealotry. Extracting information from people as if they were lifeless objects? If this is the direction of academic progress, then the academia may as well shut its doors.
Sounds like you're really against all this.
Makes sense to me.
Of course. The academia's actions run contrary to their rules. Whether it be academics or knowledge, everything has its boundaries. If those lines are crossed, the rules and order that govern everything in the world will be destroyed. This matter needs to be corrected, just like fixing a typo in a book.
I won't say a typo in a book is something that needs to be corrected.
Wait, didn't you step in to help because you felt sympathy for those poor people?
I doubt it.
Not to be callous, but no. My criteria are a little more restrictive than that. There is no shortage of suffering in Sumeru, and the same can be said for the rest of Teyvat as well.
True.
What do you plan to do about that? Save every last person?
That is very unlikely and hard to do.
Probably not.
Your
I'm
motives,
not sure.
your motives are more specific and personal, huh?
You can say that. Simply put, I don't blindly place my faith into strength or heroism. I do what I want. The Divine Knowledge Capsule is something I want to investigate in full. That doesn't mean I'm willing to take action for the sake of a few strangers.
Well,
Hyman's been wanting to say this for a while. There are a lot of bad guys in the academia, but you're not one of them. You're their weirdo.
You're probably right.
nice Paimon.
Though I must say, I quite enjoy this feeling of being the odd one out. Uniqueness is also an asset, is it not?
It is. Very much is.
That's a great way to think about it. Hyman's really impressed. If only Miss Shani had a similar mindset, her life would definitely be a lot easier.
I doubt it.
I'm just a
You
more
never know.
likable person than her in general. There's nothing more to it than that.
Horrible. So what do we do with him?
He won't last long if we leave him here. Let's take him with us. We'll work out our next step after we return to Aru Village.
Someone on their team has a dental vision. Woohoo. Anyway. Where are we? Oh, is this him? No, investigate. Ooh, key. What do we have? Tikali, what do you think of all of this? Tomfoolery. If any of these say investigate, I'm gonna click. It's the same. Oh, disc spike. Damn it. What other things do we have here? This is where we were. There's definitely more rooms. They've just condensed it, sadly. Oh well. As with everything. Oh, damn it. Yay, it's bright again. Let's just teleport there. I can't be bothered. Yahoo! Cry from the Elazar Hospital. How do they treat Elazar though? Do they just cut off the scales? Gosh darn. Bright light. Focusing. I am annoyed.
We're back!
Yeah. Hey!
You must be tired. You should rest.
I forgot his name.
Take some water.
Isa?
What's the situation?
Who's this?
Unfortunately, somebody who's too young to take on the role of Isak's grandfather. Nevertheless, he's one of the people we're trying to find.
So, at one point in time, the abandoned Elazar Hospital served as the Academia's site for extracting divine cant knowledge.
That's the theory.
Yep, pretty much.
Their plan must have been implemented at some point before we arrived at Aru Village, since divine cant knowledge has been in circulation for a while now.
That's true.
Yet, they fled once we were headed to the village, almost as if they knew we were on their trail. Why is that?
Yeah.
Why is that?
We may have a mole in our midst. One of us could be secretly revealing our whereabouts to the Academia.
Not us, definitely.
Huh? Are our friendships that shallow?
Angry.
Looks like none of you have realized wherein lies the issue.
Care to share your thoughts then?
Sino, you're the reason why they can predict our movements.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
The reason is here means that it's suspicious at something.
Choose your next words very carefully.
It is simply a logical inference. I have my reasons.
He's not the mole, but it's here which causes them to panic, let's say.
So what you're saying is, Sino's the mole. Interesting. And here I thought you were the most suspicious one, Al-Haytham, since you were always acting alone.
I know. You have a point, but I realized something as we were returning from the hospital. Sino isn't like any of us.
What do you mean?
What are you trying to say?
Do you still remember who you are, General Mahamatra?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
As a Matra, you are no doubt privy to certain kinds of information. Before you can take action against someone, you are required to have all the facts available, including the less than savory details.
Yeah.
Simply put, the Academia has traditionally allowed you access to a wealth of sensitive information. Knowing their modus operandi, wouldn't you expect them to take precautions against you?
Like I said, his presence is threatening to a lot of people, including the Academia.
If you want to raise a vicious wolf, you need to make sure that you can avoid its bite.
The Academia is monitoring me?
You don't look all that shocked or all that expressive right now, Sino.
It's not that simple. The Academia has eyes all over Sumeru, but they have a special protocol for dealing with you. Every so often comes a Nyagarbaha Day. On this day, the Academia enters new information into the Akasha through knowledge capsules. I remember seeing the thick notebook next to the control panel once. Its contents were all about the General Mahamatra, his activities throughout the day, preferred methods of enacting judgment, everything.
Suspicious.
You're saying that the Academia entered my information into the Akasha too? But what's the point in doing that? My actions aren't important enough to be added into the Akasha.
But you are a high-ranking official, let's say.
The Akasha is capable of computation.
Oh.
The Akasha's algorithms are entirely capable of predicting your movements using the data entered. When you would depart, the route you would follow, your destination. It knew all of this.
It predicted my every move.
The Academia has been watching you longer than you think.
As
So
per
that's
usual.
how it is. Sino adheres to his principles so strongly that he's actually a thorn in their side.
Confirms possibilities help.
Tenacity of will and steadfast faith are worthless to the Academia. They need scholars who are easily pliable and mindlessly go after anything they can profit from. Sino, don't take it to heart. This just proves how much of a trustworthy ally you are.
That's true. That's Sino.
They escaped because of me.
Don't blame yourself. It's not like any of us would have known.
Same.
I have an idea.
Uh-huh.
If they predicted my movements, then I might be able to guess where they went.
The opposite of where you're gonna go.
Whoa, you bounce back fast.
Same.
There is always an opportunity for safety after danger passes.
Oh, so that's how it is! Paimon gets it now. If the Academia is trying to avoid Sino, then the safest place would be...
Academia? What's it behind him?
Yep, that's right.
This spike.
They'll want to proceed in the direction opposite of where I'm going.
You're getting smarter, Paimon. Something's...
I must go.
There's also something I want to investigate.
Okay.
Let's go, guys! After him!
Yes.
Wait, I want to go too.
Sorry.
You want to go too? If so, you have to promise you'll stay safe.
And if things are getting dangerous, we can't even promise that we'll protect him because things can get hectic as heck.
I want to find Grandpa. I promise I'll be careful and not cause any trouble.
In stories like these, I'm scared.
Everyone, I leave him in your hands.
Fine.
Yay! Let's go! Remember to pack some food with you.
Juksu knew I always have food.
Paimon feels like we're missing someone, though.
Dea? Dea just walked off, so... Well, or Nari. Nari's right here, though. Hey, Kanda, hey.
I'll be awaiting your good news.
Okay. Honk. Flonk. Hey, ang kampu. Follow Sino. Detective Zango. I don't know. Who else has a name that rhymes with Sino? Oh. Disk spike. Again. GPU is high. Again. Gosh darn it, I'm getting tired of this. This is probably near there. I think we can get to them by here. Okay. Everything's neutral again? Oh. Yeah.
So, where do we go from here?
Silent, do you remember the route you took?
Yes. After leaving the village, we should head straight toward the desert.
I know the desert like the back of my hand.
Really, Isaac?
Is that because you play here a lot?
Yep. One time, Grandpa almost got lost in the desert. But I was the one who brought him back.
Hey. I just had to get dressed up, guys. I'm sorry. I got launched too. Oh.
There's something here. What's this?
It's buried in the sand. Looks like we'll need to roll up our sleeves and do some work.
What is this though?
That running around everywhere was already enough work.
Paimon, you're floating.
Okay. So, we have to dig it out? Whatever's down there looks like it's buried really deep.
We can use Animo. Or a claymore.
These are likely fragments of an Academia-developed device, something akin to a headset. Looks like there were more than one village keeper. They must have been escorted this way because there are device fragments scattered around here.
Interesting.
Let's split up and search the area. Chances are that we'll find other things nearby.
Oh.
Is this what we're searching for? Looks kind of scary.
Oh, is this the extraction device?
This is definitely a device used to extract divine knowledge.
There's Academia themed too, or Nahida themed.
How did it end up buried in the sand? That can't have been part of the plan. They must have been attacked along the way.
Wait, what?
Never mind.
Grandpa, I hope you're okay.
Don't worry, your grandpa's gonna be fine.
Woo! Scared though.
Razak didn't display any signs of starvation or dehydration, which means that they left fairly recently.
Oh, that's true.
We should be able to catch up.
One more thing. Given that the device had been entirely covered by sand...
The sandstorm?
I believe the attack must have happened prior to the sandstorm.
Knew it.
Let's keep going. They can't have gone far.
Can't have gone too far, at least. Okay. Pointy-eared dude.
Running on sand is so tiring.
Oh, what's this?
But you're flying, aren't you, Paimon? Is flying over sand tiring too?
Pointy-eared people running in the sand.
It is.
Seems like parallels. Tithnaria and I was gonna say Kale. And Sino. Sorry about that. Look at that wave though.
What's this? Over there. It
GPU
sounds like an
target.
argument.
Whoa, you have really good ears.
Oh. Okay, they actually just froze it.
Don't get any closer. They'll notice us.
Okay.
Dia's talking with the Eremites? Very interesting. Let's listen in.
Who? Dea?
If you had informed me sooner, there'd be plenty of room for us to...
You're one of us. We would never lie.
Scholars. You don't know as much as I do. Need me to...
I knew it. That's our Dia.
Is Dea the spy?
Tia? Why would you?
I don't have.
Tia!
Isaac!
Hey, what are you doing?
Huh? Didn't you say you'd help me find Grandpa?
Why are you on their side?
Why are you on their side?
Well, look who's here. Ain't that something?
This complicates things.
Hey.
You've betrayed Aru village.
Dea.
So, this is the great General Mahamatra. Dear, you'd be better off as my assistant than hanging around with this motley crew. Seen for yourself, I have the means and methods, and my ideals are far more admirable than theirs.
Rahman, you're very sus.
I'm not the type that's easily swayed, Raman. You of all people should know that.
Wait, what's going on, Dia? Whose side are you on here?
Shut it, Paimon.
Yeah, Paimon, you're getting
Doesn't
annoying.
matter. Whichever side you pick, nothing could deter us from the grand mission of resurrecting the
Here we go
Scarlet
again.
Face the facts, Raman. It's not gonna happen. You should understand that more than anyone. Have all your years as a merc taught you nothing about placing hopes in a ruler?
I'm a desert dweller and a proud follower of the Scarlet King. Whether I live by the edge of the sword or in peaceful comfort, my soul will always carry this conviction.
It's not too late yet. The village mad scholars aren't gonna bring the Scarlet King back to life.
You don't understand, my dear lady. Pursuing our faith is our purpose in life.
Gosh darn
Even
religious
if the chance
bastards.
of success is 1 in a million,
This
we
annoying.
must be willing to give everything we
Oh.
have.
There was a spike. It was a disc spike.
Even if it'll expose you to the academia, even if they end up disbanding the Eremites, your Eremites, which you've worked so hard for all these years?
Yes.
Yes.
We waited a long time for this day to come. The sun and the moon no longer shine here. All you see now is cracks in this desiccated land. But fate has finally dealt me a hand to
Girl.
play against the academia.
You're playing right into their hands.
With these scholars in our custody, we'll stomp the academia's forces and fight our way beyond the wall of Samiel.
Ridiculous. Think about it. The academia controls the entirety of Sumeru. Your powers are negligible in comparison.
Same.
If you still don't believe me, then try asking these two men. They're also against the academia, but neither of them are as arrogant as you are.
They look more like pawns of the academia to me. Why would I listen to anything the people of Greater Lord Rukadavada have to say? Filthy traitors. Your god abandoned all honor and betrayed the Scarlet King. We desert dwellers will never trust the likes of you.
Disc spikes.
It's impossible to communicate with someone so hostile. Perhaps we should.
Do what?
Do you really believe that by kidnapping the scholars, you'll be able to negotiate with the academia?
What you trying to say, Hytham?
These people have no value as bargaining chips, but I could be persuaded to take their place as your next hostage.
Sure, you can take me on.
These scholars were exiled from the academia. I, on the other hand, am their current scribe, and will be a much greater asset to you.
Are you really thinking?
Wait, you can't be serious.
So, you want to trade places with the hostages, do you?
Not like they're any worth as hostages.
Precisely. Any wise person would gladly accept my offer.
Well, he's also quite strong, so what we could be doing here is taking the hostages, getting them out of here to outer village, and Hytham can do whatever he pleases.
What are you thinking? What if they decide to kill you instead?
Do you have no trust in Hytham, Paimon?
Well, that would be bad luck for me.
Magnifique. Please.
However, I'd get the chance to observe the scholars, perhaps even find out the truth.
Think you can talk me over with that confident look of yours?
I'm not trying to persuade you. I'm using this as a means of joining forces against the academia.
You are the scribe. What do you have against the academia?
Very many things.
Not all desert dwellers believe in the Scarlet King, and the same applies to the academia. Why must all knowledge seekers approve of the academia's way of doing things?
True. Not all desert dwellers believe in the Scarlet King, you say? I disagree!
You academia scum. Every last one of you is nothing but a hypocrite, just like everyone else on the other side of that wall. I've made myself clear enough. I won't listen to another word from the Dendro Archon's people.
Yes.
Not
predicted.
so fast.
Yeah.
I'll hate them. Do you stand by everything you just said?
I never make empty promises.
You know you're making a dangerous decision, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I do.
Good. Raman, hear me out. These people are my friends. Maybe you can't take the followers of the Dendro Archon at their word, but what about me? Do you trust me?
We've known each other for years. Of course I do.
In that case, I'm willing to vouch for their honesty with my right arm.
Nah, it's not gonna cut. Unless the day we get have a prosthetic right arm. That's interesting to see.
Come on, Raman, don't be a coward. If you're serious about taking on the academia, you need to steel yourself. You can't be afraid.
Her face looks so fluffy.
An arm from the Flame Mane. You've piqued my interest.
Well, she did injure her arm.
What if you refuse to oblige? What should I do then? No one's a fool here, dear. We're mercs. And mercs don't tend to live long unless they have their wits about them.
You're not wrong, but this is different. I promised my friends that we'd bring back the village keepers together.
Let's do it right here then. Give me your right arm as proof of your resolve.
You can't just do that. You're deflecting. You're deflecting from yourself, Rahman.
Don't listen to him. He's not even trying to negotiate. He just wants to make things more difficult.
Even Paimon sees it.
That's fine.
And she's stupid. Just a little bit.
Are you crazy?
We came here to save lives. One arm for that many people is still a pretty good deal, if you ask me. Raman, I'm holding up my end of the deal here. You'd better not let me down.
Sure. Go ahead and cut off her right arm.
Oh.
No! Yeah! What are you gonna do? Think of something!
This is her choice.
You don't have to go this far.
Same.
That's not for you to decide.
Same.
Do it.
Dia.
Dia, run!
Proof of her resolve, man. Sayana. He's not gonna do it, or is this just a freeze frame? Everything's a slow-mo. Yep.
Stop!
Okay, that's good enough.
What's wrong? Can't do it?
Flame Mane, you and I are both desert folk. Cutting off your arm is no different than cutting off my own fingers. Where's the sense in cutting my own kin to pieces?
Well, you can't destroy a character's body. They won't be profitable. They will be. Doesn't really matter as much.
You've shown me that you're serious. Go on now, take your friends and leave. Meet me in the desert at noon tomorrow.
Yeah. Nice. I like Dia. Dahya. Dahya? Dahya. Oh, 20% on my camera. Everything else is getting high, but otherwise it's not. It's fine. Hey, Zach. You okay? Dia, you okay?
Really counting on him not going through with it.
Yeah.
That was crazy. Have you all lost your minds? What if he'd actually cut your arm off?
Then they get a prosthetic.
And I just have to hold my claymore with my left arm.
Yep.
Okay, I'm sorry. But sometimes when you're out on a limb, you gotta double down to seal the deal, you know?
That's true.
Don't ever make a promise like that again. I can deal with the likes of them. If it came down to it, you would not lose to them either.
I don't doubt it, Sino. But this is about more than me and them. There's a lot more where they came from. Even if we got rid of one bunch of radicals, there are others out there. Wiping them out would do more harm than good.
Yep.
As you wish.
As you wish.
I'm sorry, Dia. I should have stayed put and listened. I should have trusted you.
It's okay. I promised you I'd help find your grandpa, so I'll do whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes? You just might be scholar material.
Huh? Are you serious?
Maybe not like a good scholar, but like a determined scholar, I'd say.
The Eremites once said that I was a lunatic. Perhaps a little madness is essential to be successful in research.
Yeah.
Why does it feel like he's using his praise for me as an excuse to brag about himself?
Gosh darn. Just how he is.
Okay, let's get moving. We should head back to the village and rest up. Today was just a trial run. Noon tomorrow is gonna be the hard part.
What are the stakes? We don't know. Oh whoa. Oh whoa. Disc peaked again. Disc peaked again. Oh. Nari's ready for the desert. I want food though. I wanna keep playing. I'm thinking of ending it off right here. But I just wanna keep playing. Not I'll use restraint. I'll end it off right here. I have things to do. So that's all for day number 3 of 3.1. Peace out.